just to make sure. There we go. Check 1, 2. Oh, and we have on-camera capabilities. That's bad news for all the viewers, Ali. Okay. Check, folks. We're going to start our home opener here at Rutgers Newark. Upon the conclusion of the national anthem, don't go anywhere. We're moments away from the Rutgers Newark 2026 home opener coming up. The anthem's in the books. Hello, everybody. You are looking live. Newark, New Jersey. It's Frederick Douglass Field. And it's the 2026 home opener for your Rutgers Newark Scarlet Raiders. Big conference doubleheader upon us as this brand new season is also upon us. 2025, a mixed bag for both of these teams. Rutgers, a season they've moved on from, and gladly at that. 2-16 in the conference, 12-26 overall, and it's Jackie Davis who looks to rebound from a disappointing 2025 for William Paterson. The Pioneers, 16-18 last year, 8-10 in conference play, and it's certainly going to be a competitive one here. The second NJAC foray for the Scarlet Raiders. They lost a doubleheader to the College of New Jersey upon their return from Melbourne, Florida. It was a great trip, 8 days down in Melbourne, Florida, as part of the Space Coast Spring Games tournament, which lasts about 6 weeks down in Florida, giving teams from the Northeast and all over the country an opportunity to get some warm weather training in, some warm weather games. Over 100 teams competed in the Space Coast Spring Games down in Melbourne, Florida. The Scarlet Raiders are back. They lost a pair to the College of New Jersey, but one bright spot in the loss to the College of New Jersey. Let's head down to the field for our opening pitch. Lots to unpack here, but don't want to miss our first pitch of the game. And starting in the circle for your Scarlet Raiders, the transfer student Michaela Hobson. And the home opener is officially underway here at Frederick Douglass Field. Michaela Hobson, the graduate student, the transfer out of Elon University. Hobson, right-handed pitcher, 5'7" out of Westfield, New Jersey. Oh, and she hits the leadoff batter in the back. And that was Brandy Shortway, the center fielder, senior out of Midland Park, New Jersey. And Shortway, a little shaken up on the play, but will take her base. So perhaps maybe a couple of nerves to start this one. Certainly not intentional. But can't meet a better woman than Michaela Hobson, the graduate student. You know, she did play Division I lacrosse at Elon softball. Same spring sport, at least for the men. But we're talking all about softball here today. Michaela Hobson, the Elon University transfer, made it to the NCAA Division I tournament last year and lost to the University of South Carolina. But what an experience that was for the graduate student, Michaela Hobson. As you can see, she's a righty. She likes the curveball, the drop ball. She picks her spots. She says, John, I do a little bit of everything. She's got good control, maybe not the most overpowering pitcher you will see in this conference this year, but there's a good example of the off-speed from Michaela, just a bit outside as the count is now 2 balls and 1 strike to the number 2 batter for William Paterson. And that's Gianna Capone, the 5-foot freshman out of Toms River, New Jersey. How about those fancy Paterson unis? Gotta love them. We got the stripes, a little bright orange, swing and a miss. And Hobson collects her first strikeout of the ball game as Capone goes down swinging. And that'll bring up the number 3 hitter, Haley Bacco, the senior shortstop for Paterson, 5'6" senior out of Wallington, New Jersey. And the righty gets set with a runner on board. And the pitch from Hobson, high and outside. Oh, no, it catches the corner. A good for called strike. 0-1 to count. Frank Guglielmo is calling balls and strikes behind the plate today. One of the better umpires in the New Jersey Athletic Conference. And a beauty of a bunt laid down by number 2 for the Pioneers, Haley Bacco. Excellent sacrifice. Shortway advances. Was she called, Alex, was she safe at first?
Yes.
Oh, safe at first. Okay. So runners on first and second. And hustling down the line there and beating out that throw was Bacco. And another bunt attempt, but pulling it back, and there's the double steal. And the Pioneers are successful in that exercise, which will put runners now on second and third for number 32, the cleanup hitter, Megan Tinger, the 5'9" junior out of Garwood, New Jersey. Tinger with that open stance. And that's a nasty pitch on the inside, kind of handcuffed number 32, Megan Tinger. And the 1-1 with runners in scoring position. Again, going inside was Hobson. And Tinger fouls that one off the inside of the foot. And she's now in the hole at 1-2. So a big moment here in the top of the first for Michaela Hobson, making her home debut, the transfer student out of Elon. And here's the pitch. A beautiful framing job there by the catcher for Rutgers Newark, and you gotta love the game that Gabby Farisi brings. Now one of the leaders on this team, the senior out of North Bergen, with the catching duties in this season. And a liner down the third base side off the glove. 1 run scores. And a stand-up double for the number 4 hitter for the Pioneers. Tinger, she'll get the RBI. As Maddie Hack, starting at third for Rutgers Newark, was able to get a glove on it, but it was a tough one. A shot down the third base side. Hack did her best. It bounced off the glove, and I'm not sure what the official score will be on that, but it was a tough play for Hack for sure. So runners again on second and third here in the top of the first. Hey, thanks so much for joining us, everybody, for our home opener here at Frederick Douglass Field. Rutgers Newark softball. I'm John Heffernan. We're thrilled to have you aboard. We've also got some visitors from William Paterson down at the other end of the table doing their own broadcast. I'll have to say hello a little bit later. I'm sure the fellas are putting together a great broadcast for Willie P. In a big open stance, and the swing, a looper, and everybody's safe. An infield hit for Lila Guthie. Guthie will be getting the start today for William Paterson. She gets the infield single there. Good for an RBI. And Guthie, a 5'6" senior out of Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. And Jackie Davis now out talking it over. Listen, I'm not trying to defend Michaela, but a couple of bad breaks here in the top of the first. A sharp liner to the third, and the runner beating out the bunt at first, and now that kind of nothing hit into no man's land, which put number 11 Guthie on board, and now the score is 2-0 for William Paterson. So Jackie Davis just talking number 13, Michaela Hobson, a little bit. Hey, we're going to slow things down here a little bit. Michaela should be in good shape with one away. It brings up number 18, the 6-hitter Aubrey Miller. And Miller takes for a strike. Miller is starting today for a space, a 5'5" sophomore out of Sewell, New Jersey. Shout out Gloucester County Institute of Technology. Say that 10 times fast, John. And Miller fouls that one off the inside of the foot. And the count now 0-2. Miller got to protect here. Runners on first and second. And if I have any softball-related questions, I couldn't have a better person sitting to my right. The grad assistant, Allie Miller, a former member of this Rutgers Newark softball team. Pretty impressive one at that. Now taking her talents to the grad assistant role at Rutgers Newark. And Jackie Davis saying that she misses Allie very much. And Allie did have an opportunity to use her final year, but graduated early. And the grounder stepping on third for the out. The third baseman for the Scarlet Raiders. And that would be Maddie Hack for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up number 22, Gabriela Vasquez, the 7-hitter, catching today for Willie Pete, 5'5" senior out of Parsippany. And the pitch down low. Good job by Farisi keeping that ball in front of her and preventing the runners from moving up. Farisi, very good defensively. I love how low Farisi gets. She does a great job of framing, moves around behind that plate. See, she did it just there. And that's in there for a strike. Very athletic Gabby Farisi. I love the game she calls. Although Jackie, of course, calls most of the pitches. That one in the ground. And again, Farisi doing a good job of keeping that ball in front of her to hold the runners. And it's now at 2-1. As Vasquez, the senior, swings away in a foul territory, running out of real estate there. The right fielder, Jessica Boyce. Good job by Jessica. She gave it a whirl. You know, some key players that the Scarlet Raiders have moved on from due to graduation last year. We mentioned, of course, Allie Miller. And Madison Umloff, another player of note that comes to mind. Inside, strike three. Great job. Michaela Hobson gets out of a jam and comes up with a big pitch right there to keep this score 2-0. And Hobson showing her mettle on that final at-bat for Rutgers Newark. A great job by the transfer from Elon. And it's 2-0. And Rutgers now coming up. We'll have that and lots more as part of our doubleheader here at Frederick Douglass Field. 2026 home opener rolls on right after this brief timeout. And we're back here live at Frederick Douglass Field. Bottom of the first inning. The Scarlet Raiders trail 2-0. If you're just joining us, John Heffernan with the call, and it's our home opener here at Frederick Douglass Field. Leading off, it's Mariah Remus McManus. I should say. Mariah Remus McManus, the junior center fielder, 5'2" out of Roxbury, New Jersey. And she takes for the ball. A 1-0. And the pitch flared down the first base side and out of play. Remus McManus leading the Scarlet Raiders with a .350 batting average. She's had 40 at-bats, 14 hits, 6 runs scored, 2 doubles, 3 RBIs. And count now 1-1. Starting in the circle for William Paterson, Lila Guthey, as we mentioned, a 5'6" senior out of Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. And that's roped towards the shortstop and making the easy put away for William Paterson. That's Haley Bacco. One away now for Guthrie. Guthrie 1-4 on the season. In there for a called strike. Currently sporting 4.46 ERA, and this is her 7th appearance and getting the start here today. She has saved 5 games. Oh, nasty pitch. And swinging right through that, the leadoff hitter, Rimus McManus. You know, last year, correct me if I'm wrong, but Kristen Kloss, I think, normally led off, so a bit of a change here. And the left-handed batting Rimus McManus takes outside for the ball. Count now 1-2. And checking the R band for the pitch is Guthrie, and Guthrie deals. That's outside. Ball 2. Good eye by McManus. McManus also a threat to steal on the base pass. Second in steals. Third, I should say, to Destiny Maury, who's got 12. I'm sorry, that's strikeouts. That's fouled down the line. McManus 7 strikeouts on the season. She's got 4 stolen bases here in 2026, and that does lead the team. Count now 2-2. Guthrie checks the band. And the pitch. That's a liner down the first base side and right underneath the glove. And in there, after the error, head first slide into second. Mariah's safe. And Rutgers has a runner aboard here in the bottom of the first. A tough play there for the first baseman. That was Aubrey Miller. We can all relate to that. You think you've got that glove down and it takes a little bit of a hop or a shift, and that's part of the game. McManus, you see the speed? Flying it to second, going Ricky Henderson style with that head first slide. Dating myself with that reference. A balmy 80 degrees here today, folks, at Frederick Douglass Field. Spring has definitely sprung. Feels a little more like summer. But we're looking out with the weather. Baseball hasn't had the same luck, at least in the beginning of the season. A couple of cancellations, postponements. Not the case here today with softball. And the grounder to second as Cardozo with the second out of the inning. And Mariah advances to third. And that'll bring up the big swinging cleanup hitter, number 8, Keelan O'Brien. Starting in left today, the senior out of South Brunswick, New Jersey. O'Brien always a threat for the deep ball. She went fishing on that one. A nasty pitch from Guthrie. Keelan O'Brien batting .310 this year. She's got 13 hits and takes for a ball. 2 doubles, still looking for her first home run, 7 RBIs. She'd like to get one of those right now. We shall see. The count 1-1. And the right-handed batting O'Brien swings away off the end of the bat down the right field line and out of play. A great day for softball here, everybody. 2 games on tap, live on Raider Vision on YouTube. Thanks so much for joining us. I had a chance to talk to Destiny Maury before the game. She said, we're going to get 2 wins today. Love the confidence from one of the leaders. Swing and a miss. O'Brien goes down swinging, and the threat is quelled. No runs as Guthrie gets out of a jam right there for the Pioneers. Score remains 2-0. We'll head to the top of the second right after this. You're watching Scarlet Raiders softball live on Raider Vision. And we're back here live. There we go. Back here live at Frederick Douglass Field, top of the second inning. William Paterson with a 2-0 lead. Great pitch by Hobson. Way out in front for William Paterson was the number 8 hitter, Samantha Campos. Starting it right today, the 5'6" junior out of River Edge, New Jersey. And pulling back from the bunt attempt was Campos. Campos batting .364. Her 23rd at-bat of the season. She's got 8 hits, 4 runs scored, a couple of doubles. And the pitch, that's chopper over the third baseman's head. A tough one there as Paterson gets the bounce. Not a whole lot Matty Hack could do right there. And into second for the double is the number 8 hitter, Samantha Campos. So the leadoff batter aboard, now in scoring position. Well, Hobson not getting a lot of breaks so far. It is a game of inches, as they like to say. And a good pitch by Hobson. And again, oh man, these William Paterson just putting it where they ain't. And a little bit of luck now puts runners on the corners. That was the number 9 hitter, Stephanie Saravolo, out of Marlboro, New Jersey, the sophomore, with the infield hit. And Hobson, a little bit snake bit in the first couple of innings here for Rutgers Newark. And what's the delay? Who's talking to? Oh, there we go. Okay. So Saravolo at first. Campos standing on third, and that'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Brandy Shortway. Shortway, as you remember, got drilled in the back in her first at-bat. And the pitch, that's outside, and the runner advances. So Saravolo now on second. In the count 1-0 to Brandy Shortway, the Midland Park High School graduate. Ball's low, nice job by Gabby. Oh, 2-0 and 2 aboard. Shortway should get something to swing at here. High, ball 3. Shortway taking all the way, at least on pitch number 3. And she will likely do the same here. And that's in there for the strike. So with no outs and 2 aboard, a short way in a good position with the 3-1 count to play around with this one. And that's in the ground, ball 4. The base is now loaded with no outs, and Hobson in a bit of a pickle. And that'll bring the infielders together for Rutgers Newark to talk to Michaela Hobson. Hobson pitched 6 innings in that loss to the College of New Jersey. A final score in that one 4-3, but overall a strong outing for Michaela Hobson against a powerful College of New Jersey team. Taking a look right now at the standings in the New Jersey Athletic Conference. Yes, it is early, but it's Stockton, Ramapo, Rowan, and College of New Jersey all at 2-0. And here's the pitch, low. Farese again keeps that in front. Camden at 1-1, Jersey City 1-1, Montclair State, Kane, Paterson, Newark all looking for their first wins of this season, coming in at 0-2. Big pitch here now for Hobson. Bases loaded. Nice. Beautiful. Hobson showing a little power. That was right down Broadway. Holding off there was Gianna Capone. So Gianna now at 1-1. The pitch from Michaela flared away behind us in foul. So Hobson responding well since that little chat in the circle with her teammates. Capone facing the 1-2 with bases loaded. And that's a liner to the third base side. Hack scoops it up. Beautiful throw for Farese with the tag. And Samantha Campos with a high slide. Gave a big target for Farese. And that's finally the first out of the inning. So the force at home, the right throw, but hats off there to the third baseman for the Scarlet Raiders. Maddie Hack, great job by Maddie to keep the score at 2-0. And there's a liner off the glove of Hobson through the middle. Base hit, 1 run scores, 2 runs score. And that's a 2 RBI double on the throw for number 2, Haley Bacco, the senior shortstop out of Wallington. And just like that, the score is 4-0. Another tough break, man. Hobson came so close from snaring that, but just not in time. She got a piece. You know, listen, William Paterson has not been overwhelming in this game by any stretch. I mean, this score could easily be 0-0. A couple of big breaks and some fluke hits and some tough plays in the field. But if I'm Hobson, don't let this score discourage you. So runners now at second and third, and that's popped up to the second baseman. No, the right fielder taking over and tagging on the play. Beautiful job by Capone. And despite the throw from Jessica Boyce, Capone gets in there, showing some speed on the tag. And it's now 5-0. And Jackie Davis, I think, might be making a change here. And that's going to do it for Michaela Hobson. Coming into the circle now, number 27 for the Scarlet Raiders. That's Mia Aquino. Mia, a left-handed pitcher, a sophomore out of Woodland Park, New Jersey. You know, Mia Aquino, bulk of innings last year in 2025. And this year, the sort of general consensus is that Hobson, Charlie Peter, and Mia Aquino will be the three go-to pitchers here in 2026. And for Mia Aquino, currently sporting an 8.11 ERA with a record of 1-2, making her 10th appearance of this season. She's pitched 19 innings, has given up 30 hits, 31 runs, 22 earned runs, 9 walks to go along with 10 strikeouts. So the score is 5-0. William Paterson here in game 1 of our doubleheader. We're going to take a brief timeout, let Aquino do some warming up, and we'll be back with more Scarlet Raiders softball right after this.
Hi, Mary.
And we're back here live at Frederick Douglass Field after the pitching change. It's the lefty Mia Aquino as Guthrie steps in for Paterson. And a first pitch swing. Again, a tough break for Rutgers Newark. You know, you got to give credit to the shortstop for Rutgers Newark. That was Laura Abreu. You know, Laura showing some toughness, staying in front of the ball, getting her body in front of it. It took a wicked hop and went off the chest of Abreu. And by that time, she had to hurry the throw, and it translates into a runner aboard for William Paterson. The off speed from Aquino in there for a strike. So it's Guthrie on first. And 2 outs. And that stroke down the left field line and foul. It's Aubrey Miller, the number 6 hitter out of Sewell, New Jersey. Now Aubrey getting a start at first base today. Of course, William Paterson, their head coach Kathy Hill, in her second season was an All-American at William Paterson back in her playing days, graduating in 1994. One heck of a ball player, Coach Kathy Hill. She's assisted by John Brogan, Vanessa Lenoir, and Diana Schrader, along with their grad assistant, Gianna Cabu. And a high fly ball in the left field. That's going to get past. And coming all the way to the score on the double is Guthrie. And Kieran O'Brien gave it a shot out and left. But that one again hit into no man's land, an absolute bomb. And that was Aubrey Miller with the RBI double to make it 7-0. And the wheels starting to come off here just a little bit for Newark. And it's Gabriela Vasquez, the senior catcher now, who takes high. Down to third base. Beautiful play. Her second gorgeous job at third for Hack. Excellent work by Maddie Hack. That was not an easy play, and a strong throw over to first for the final out of the inning, but not before some more damage has been done. Another 5 runs scored. It's now 7-0 as we head to the bottom of this second. William Paterson off to a strong start. Let's see how Rutgers responds. We'll be back with more right after this. And welcome back to Frederick Douglass Field. We're now at the bottom of the second inning. Scarlet Raiders coming up to bat. It'll be Destiny Maury leading things off for Rutgers Newark. She takes the called ball. Destiny, one of the leaders on this team, actually no captains on Rutgers Newark in 2026. Destiny Murray, a part of the first recruiting class for Jackie Davis, now a senior, hard to believe. Destiny, one of the unofficial leaders, and certainly a big threat at the plate. She talks about the culture that's been cultivated here at Rutgers Newark, and she said, John, I'd like to think all of us carry each other on our backs and trying to make history together here at Rutgers Newark. And the journalism major swings through the off speed, way out in front of that one. Now 1-2 to Destiny Maury. She said it's tough juggling studies and practice, but she wouldn't have it any other way. And that's Destiny Maury. Some comments prior to the start of this one. And Destiny, number 88, playing first today, the senior out of Newark, New Jersey. Count now 3-2. She said, Destiny saying she likes to get the momentum going for the team. Whether it's a big hit, she says one of her strengths is her confidence. She swung away there for the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up Matty Hack. A couple of big plays at third for Hack in that top of the second. Hack out of Matawan, New Jersey, and Matawan Regional, 5'4" junior. I believe it was Marissa Hausneck who got the bulk of the duties at third last year, has moved on since graduation. We mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Madison Umlauf, certainly one of the standout pitchers last year for Rutgers Newark. Now moving on to mid-school. You know, Maddie Umlauf had the highest GPA on Rutgers Newark last year. Still very much in communication with her teammates. It says a lot about Maddie Umlauf. Maddie, we miss you, and we wish you all the best in your next chapter. Lex Claiborne, another graduation loss for Rutgers Newark. Hard to replace that young lady's glove. I mean, she was an absolute Hoover machine out there at short. Lex Claiborne, such a fine young lady. Just always very pleasant. Just super, super nice young woman, Lex Claiborne. Also a great arm. She played shortstop at third base. I want to wish Lex all the best and tell her that we miss her. And popping up there is Hack for the first out. That should be the second out. There you go, second out of the inning. Some key returners this year, of course, Kristen Kloss, who was named to the NJAC, All-Team NJAC after her phenomenal freshman campaign. Kloss getting the start at second today. Coach Jackie Davis said Kristen might be off to a little bit of a slow start, but looks to turn that around here today. And that's a fly ball to center to end the inning as Farisi put the wood on it. But that goes right to the center fielder for the final out. After 2 innings of play, it's 7-0. We'll be back with the top of the third right after this. Back here live, top of the third. And Aquino deals, and that's a blast into left field. And on her horse is Samantha Campos with the stand-up lead-off double for William Paterson. So Aquino put a juicy one right over the plate. Aquino jumping all over it. I'm sorry, Campos jumping all over that one. Campos, the junior, putting together a pretty good day at the plate so far for the Pioneers. And that'll bring up the left-handed swinging Stephanie Saravolo. Shout out Mike Saravolo, NYPD. Not sure if there's a relation there, but I don't know, just throwing it out there. And the fly ball, great job there. Fighting off the sun was Destiny Maury for the first out of the inning. So Keno's got to be happy. A lot of lefties in this starting lineup for Paterson. Not much closer to first. An outside ball. It's a short wait. 0-1 now. And the pitch. Oh, gorgeous. Way out in front with short wait. So William Paterson opened their end jack plate and with a doubleheader loss to Stockton on March 29th. Final there 9-1 in 6 innings in game 1 and losing game 2 2-0. A short wait standing out in that game along with Gianna Capone. Responsible for a couple of the runs there. And look at Aquino with the big K. Love it. 2 quick outs now after that leadoff double. And that'll bring up Gianna Capone. Guthrie in that loss to Stockton. The pitcher today in game 1 finished a 1-for-2 with a run scored and a walk. Actually, Guthrie drove in a run with a sacrifice fly. It was Shortway who was a 1-for-4 with a stolen base in a loss to Stockton. You know, typically in the New Jersey Athletic Conference, that one's fouled away. The 2 powerhouse programs that we've seen over the last couple of years are rowing at College of New Jersey, but a tough conference all around. And a lefty Aquino deals and just a nubber off the end of the bat falls in for the base hit. And the RBI as Campos comes across to score. Capone now comes in to run at second with 2 away. Haley Bacco, the number 3 hitter. And that's roped in a left for a base hit. Rounding third and coming home, it's the speedy Capone with the run scored. That's a solid base hit. Bacco on second. The score now 9-0 here in the top of the 3rd inning. And the grounder to second handled by Kloss for the easy put away, and the final out here in the top of the third inning. But a couple more runs come home, and it's 9-0 after 2.5 innings of play. We'll be back with the bottom of the third inning. Rutgers coming to bat right after this. Back live here in the bottom of the third inning. Workers trying to make a dent in this 9-0 lead. And Jessica Boyce, the right fielder for the Scarlet Raiders. And the left-handed batter at 0-1 swings away a high fly ball. A good communication by the shortstop for William Paterson. Haley Bacco calling off the third baseman, Megan Tinger, for the first out of the inning. Look at a big gap up the middle. Both Haley Bacco and the second baseman, Gianna Capone. Look how far apart those two are. As Abreu now at 1-1. Really like the glove from Abreu. Showed some toughness on a liner that she stayed in front of. Fearless play out in the field. Abreu's scrappy, man. I like the way this kid plays. The junior, you know, excellent hustle. That says a lot right there. I mean, no matter what, she's running and running hard. Of course, Maeve Connolly over there as the first base coach. Terrific human being. Rob Konchansky and Peyton Shells, the assistants here in 2026. Count now 1-2 to Abreu. I love the effort from Abreu, though. I can't say enough about it. Just leading by example. Abreu hunched over the plate, Ricky Henderson style. Oh, takes it inside, and Abreu doesn't like it. And that's good for the second out of the inning. William Paterson coming into today's ball game 6-9 overall. They are still looking for their first conference win. Rutgers Newark at 1-13 overall. They also at 0-2 looking for their first conference win. McManus takes low, ball one. McManus 0 for 1 today, and she's batting .350, number 1 on this Rutgers roster. Good eye, McManus. Fouled out in her first at bat. 2-0 now the count. Open stance for McManus. She pivots back, kind of cocks that bat, getting ready. You know, tip your cap to Guthrie as well, who's been solid for William Paterson here today. Guthrie deals. Low, ball 4. So McManus is aboard. Rutgers showing a little bit of life. Guthie's only given up one hit, and now her first walk of the game. She has struck out 3. Jackie Davis talking things over with Frank Guglielmo, home plate umpire. And we got a pinch hitter, everybody. It's Ellery Mahoney, the sophomore out of Yardley, Pennsylvania. And she is going to be batting for Kristen Kloss. Oh, gorgeous bunt by Mahoney. And she beats it out. Love the fight here from Rutgers Newark. Runners on first and second. Great call by Jackie Davis. Guthie finally looking somewhat human in the circle here in the third inning, bottom of the third. Now Rutgers with 2 away have 2 aboard. That one was right down the middle as Cardozo takes the strike. Cardozo, look how close she is in that box. She loves being right on top of the plate. And way up in the box, too. You'll see these players stand in different areas of the batting box depending on who's in the circle. And Cardozo way up front for Guthie. And high fly ball. And that will be the third out of the inning as Cardozo flies out to the shortstop Bacco, and the score remains 9-0. So Guthie gets out of a jam for William Paterson, and that will take us to the top of the fourth, and we'll be back right after this. Paterson coming to bat. Hey, we're back here in the top of the fourth inning, and major changes for Rutgers Newark. And now pitching for the Scarlet Raiders, number 15, Charlie Peter. Peter, the sophomore out of Hope Township, New Jersey, a right-handed pitcher at 5'8", the third pitcher of the day here in Game 1 for Rutgers Newark. Janiah Smith now catching for Rutgers Newark. She replaces Farisi, 5'3" junior out of Neptune. And playing third base will be number 33, Dana Renee, the junior out of New Windsor, New York. And we'll get to the other changes shortly. Well, Jackie Davis clearly sending a message here that she does not like what she has seen so far. I stand by Rutgers catching some tough breaks, though, today in the field. I mean, it may sound a little generous of me, but you know what? They've caught some tough breaks today in the field defensively. But sometimes, managers, head coaches do what they got to do to kind of shake things up, and that's what Jackie's doing here right now. I believe that's Jade Ramirez, the freshman out of Whittier, California, making her a debut at home for Rutgers Newark, playing at short. And that's going to be outside. And now playing at third base, Socia Hughes, the sophomore out of San Antonio, Texas. And it's Guthie at bat for Paterson. And Charlie Peter, oh, man, in and out of the glove. That was Dana Renee who couldn't hold on. And that's going to give Guthie second life, what should have been the first out of the inning. Count now 1-1, and that's roped right back to Peter. It's off her glove, and Ramirez, despite a super strong throw over to first, due to that deflection off of Peter, Guthie is aboard here to start this fourth inning. And that'll bring up number 18 now for William Paterson. Aubrey Miller high. 1-0 the count. Great pitch by Charlie Peter. Charlie Peter, 0-3 on the season, 8.91 ERA. This is her 7th appearance outside. She's pitched 11 innings, has given up 26 hits, 26 runs, 14 earned, 9 walks, and 10 strikeouts. Foul tip. Great job by Dana Renee to hold on to that one. The count now at 2-2. And that's fouled away. Oh. And Guthie on first for William Paterson. Count at 2-2 to Aubrey Miller. And Peter deals low. And count now full at 3-2. Miller 1 for 2 today with a run scored. And Peter low, ball 4. Runners now on first and second after Miller draws the walk. And that'll bring up Gabby Vasquez, who's still looking for her first hit of the day. 0-2. Charlie Peter putting the first 2 batters on board. Good job by Dana Renee to keep that ball in front of her. Oh, it's Janiah Smith. Dana's at third. Okay. My apologies. So Janiah Smith, great job of keeping that ball in front of her. And we've got another runner aboard. So bases now loaded with no outs. So Janiah Smith catching, Danina Renee at third. Jade Ramirez at short. Who's that at second, Ellie?
Izzy Moss.
Izzy Moss, what number? Oh, number 5. Okay. Another good job there by Janiah Smith, the junior, out of Neptune, New Jersey, and St. John Vianney. Good defensive start for Janiah Smith. Count 1-0. Big jam here now for Charlie Peter. Let's see what she can do. High and outside. Vasquez now at 2-0. Swing and a miss from Campos. Campos 2 for 2 today. With 2 runs, 2 hits, and a run scored to go along with a double. And the pitch fouled away. Two now. Campos tried to poke that one out into right field. Campos very measured at the plate, not just because of being 2-2 today. I like how she waits on the pitch. Good eye there. And the ball gets by. And coming in to score is Guthie, the pitcher for William Paterson, to make it 10-0. And Janiah Smith did her best to try to sidearm that, with Peter covering home, but not in time, as Paterson has reached double digits here in the 4th inning. So runners now on second and third after the error. Oh, good pitch by Peter. As Campos could not catch up to that heat from Peter. And Peter gets the strikeout. It's a big one. And that'll bring up Ciravolo. Ciravolo 1 for 2 today. And she's batting .333. A hit and a run scored. Low outside. Ball 2. That was close. Good job by Janiah Smith there, trying to get the call. Frank Guglielmo not budging, and 3-0 now. And that's one over. So Ciravolo now at 3-1. Runners at second and third, and Peter deals. That's poked into short left field, in there for the base hit, and another run scores. A good effort there by Ellery Mahoney, diving to try to make that catch on a shallow fly ball. Now 11-0 William Paterson. That's roped into center field. Coming home to throw. It's a beauty. As Janiah Smith turns back. The Paterson runner now stands safely aboard third base. Bases juiced now for the number 2 hitter, Gianna Capone. Capone 1 for 3 today, batting 130 on the season. Good opportunity here to pad those numbers a little bit. It's already 11-0 William Paterson. And Peter with the pitch outside. With bases loaded, Peter's got really no other choice but to challenge Capone. You certainly don't want to walk in a run. High, ball 2. And maybe try to turn 2 here. Certainly go with the force at home. Your first option on an infield hit or infield grounder. And low. 3-1. So Capone in a great position here. At 3-1, she could be taking, but I say swing away, young lady. You're up 11-0. Go have fun out there. And let's see what Peter does. And she does take. Okay. And that will bring the count full at 3-2. And bases loaded. Capone already has an RBI today. He also has a strikeout and a double. And the payoff pitch from Peter swung on, a grounder to short. Strong throw home. Good for the force. Great job by the freshman Jade Ramirez out of Whittier, California, and Santa Fe High School. No hesitation there at all from Ramirez. Well, small victory for Rutgers here in the top of the 4th, which has otherwise been a challenging game 1 here in Newark, New Jersey. High. Bases remain loaded, but finally 2 away. And Charlie Peter puts that one right down the middle, and it's fouled away. Another one fouled straight back. Now in the hole at 1-2 for Haley Bacco. Bacco 3 for 3 today, batting .304. She's got 3 RBIs, 3 hits, 2 runs scored. Pretty stellar day for Bacco. Bacco out of Wallington, New Jersey. Well, starting this game for Rutgers was Michaela Hobson. She didn't last very long. Mia Aquino came in relief. And Rutgers now on to their 3rd pitcher in Charlie Peter. And this is the 6th pitch of the at-bat. Quite a battle brewing here between Bacco and Charlie Peter. Counted 3-2 with 2 outs and the bases loaded. And the payoff from Charlie Peter. High, ball 4. Another one comes in. And it's now 12-0. The cleanup hitter, 5'9" Megan Tinger. Tinger 1 for 2 today. Beautiful pitch by Peter on the inside of the plate. Swing and a miss, Tinger. And Tinger swings away. It's a base hit. 1 run scores. 2 runs score. 2 RBI, a single for Tinger, her 2nd hit of the ball game, and it's now 14-0 here in game number 1. Want to wish happy birthday to Jackie Davis today. As Jackie out there to make the pitching change. Charlie Peters out and into the ball game now. It's number 24, Nicole Parker. We'll be back with the breakdown of Nicole Parker right after this. It's 14-0. William Paterson here in the top of the 4th inning. We'll be back with more after this short. And we are back here live at Frederick Douglass Field in Newark, New Jersey. It's 14-0. William Paterson, as Rutgers brings in their 4th pitcher of the ball game, Nicole Parker. Number 24, the sophomore out of Elliott City, Maryland. And swinging away on the first pitch is the pitcher for William Paterson, Lila Guthey. Parker came into the ball game in the game 1 to the College of New Jersey. I believe it was the 3rd pitcher in that ball game for Rutgers Newark and shut him down. So a strong outing for Nicole Parker. She's a junk baller, folks. Gotta watch this girl. Crazy, crazy pitches from the Maryland native, Nicole Parker. Yeah, Jackie Davis told me that no one was happier than Nicole Parker in that game one against the College of New Jersey to come to the ball game and be lights out. And Parker gives up her first hit, and it's an RBI. Coming across to score was Bacco for William Paterson. Aubrey Miller now the batter. So runners on first and second, two-way. And Parker gives up the long fly ball for the final out of the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth. It's William Paterson, 15, Rutgers 0. We'll be back after this. Check one. That'll bring us to the bottom of the fourth inning. Leading things off for the Scarlet Raiders is Izzy Moss, now playing second base for the Scarlet Raiders. The freshman making her home debut here for Rutgers Newark out of Dayton, Massachusetts. 5'4". In the pitch, off speed, low ball 2. And Izzy holds off for the ball. And the first bat, I believe, of her collegiate career, ladies and gentlemen. And number 5, Izzy Moss. something she'll always remember. And the count now at 3-1 for Izzy. Izzy swings away. And she flies out for the first out of the inning. Glad to see Izzy in there, taking her cuts. And now officially a college ball player. Good job, Izzy. Folks back in Massachusetts. Got to be proud of number 5, Izzy Moss. And it's Sansia Hughes now for Rutgers, the sophomore out of Clark High School in Texas. Inside. Oh, no, caught the corner. And a called strike 1. Sansia Hughes also making her first appearance in the batter's box today. And she jacked that one. Texas mile. Foul. And she is now in the hole at 0-2. Look at that big open stance. Wow. Powerful portrait right there. And that's lined into center. So I'll see it used, though. I like what I'm seeing. Strong swing. And getting a first look at Sansia Hughes at bat today. It's 2 outs now. It's Dana Renee, everybody. Dana playing third base. Also with her first at bat of the afternoon. Renee batting .375. Her 9th at bat here this season. She's got 3 hits. A bit of a check swing. Broke the plane. 0-1 the count. Oh, nice pitch by Guthrie. Swinging right through that one was number 33 for the Scarlet Raiders for the 3rd out, Dana Renee. And we will now go to the 5th inning with William Paterson up 15-0. We'll be back with more right after this. Back here live in Newark, New Jersey. In the top of the 5th. A grounder. Ooh, look at that. Beautiful job. A great play by Jade Ramirez, taking full advantage of her playing time here today. A couple of strong defensive gems for Jade Ramirez as she gets the first out of the inning with the put away. That'll bring up number 27, Mackenzie Crow. Crow, a utility player, a freshman out of Wayne, New Jersey. A physical education major, and the off speed is outside. Crow holds the record for the most strikeouts and the most wins in Wayne Valley High School history. Yeah, good hustle down the line as Ramirez bobbled that grounder, which allowed Mackenzie Crow to get over to first in time. Now we're going to see Katie Inglis pinch hit here for William Paterson. Inglis, a freshman out of Pequannock, New Jersey, 5'5", right-handed batter. I wonder if Katie Inglis is an English major. It's my bad attempt at humor there. We'll find out a little bit more about Katie after the ball. I will say this, she was a Dean's List student last fall and a double major in early childhood education and disability studies. Nice job out of Katie Inglis. Just a freshman and getting her first at-bat here today. She was all conference in high school at Pequannock Township. Senior captain, batting .438. And she won the 2025 Morris County Coaches Award, and she flares that one in the right. And it's a base hit for Katie Inglis. Great job, Katie. And for Inglis, that's her fourth hit of the season, and that'll put runners on the corners for number 6, a short way. Short way 5'9", lefty. Phys ed major. She's a transfer from Bergen Community College. And a grounder for the easy out. And the one comes home on the fielder's choice. And it's 16-0. Now, once again, it's Gianna Capone. Gianna's had a busy day. And the grounder is bobbled as Dana Renee couldn't hang on. And the runner advances over to third. Two outs, two on board here in the top of the fifth. Peter, I'm sorry, that's number 24, Nicole Parker, with the ball. And that's a base hit into right center field. 1 run scores, 2 runs score. So a 2 RBI double for Haley Bacco, and it's now 18-0. And that'll bring up number 24 for the Pioneers. Courtney DePrenda out of Pompton Lakes, New Jersey. DePrenda also a field hockey player at William Paterson. She's a transfer from DeSales University. A sports medicine major, or Courtney DePrenda. Foul down the right side. That's low. We mentioned Nicole Parker being from Ellicott City, Maryland. Great part of the country, the Northeast. Well, it's a little further south. And the righty deals. And a fly ball into shallow center field. And Rutgers gets out of the inning on the third out. And put away. That was number 11 for the Scarlet Raiders, Jessica Boyce. No, who's playing center field now? Boyce? Okay. So, folks, 18-0 as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. And we will be back with our Rutgers Newark home opener here at Frederick Douglass Field, part of our doubleheader today. Game 1, heading to the bottom of the 5th. Back after this. Back here live. Got to tip your cap to Lila Guthey. Man, she's been great here in Game 1. She looks to get through 5 here as the Scarlet Raiders come to bat. But not if number 55, Janiyah Smith, has anything to say with it. Great job, Janiyah. Solid base hit up into center field. A leadoff batter aboard. Janiyah Smith picks up her first hit of the ball game. And that's Janiyah's 4th of the season. In there for a strike to Lily Montgomery. Montgomery, the freshman out of Dunham, Connecticut. Her 3rd at-bat of the season. And the 0-2 now to Montgomery. Inside, ball one. Count now 2-2 for Montgomery. Janiah Smith on board at first. And Montgomery pops out to short. And that was Bacco there for the put away in the first out of the inning. Jade Ramirez now for Rutgers with her first at-bat. Excited to see what Jade brings to her offensive game. Certainly made a couple strong plays in the field. Pops out here in foul territory. As Michaela Reimer, the 5'7" senior for William Paterson out of Jersey City, with the put away. And good for the second out. Here in the bottom of the fifth. A swing and a miss. It's Brooke Hilton now playing right field for Rutgers. The sophomore out of Clark, New Jersey, in Johnson High School. That'll be fouled away. Hilton, 5'3", a right-handed batter. And I believe this is Hilton's first at-bat of the season. That's hard to believe, but we don't have her here in the stat sheet. And Hilton ropes a single into center. Great contact by Hilton. And Janiah Smith advances to second on the base hit by Brooke Hilton. A little two-out rally here for Rutgers Newark. The runners on first and second. And that'll bring up the hard-hitting Ellery Mahoney, who fouls that one aside. And Guthrie deals off speed. Mahoney way out in front of that one. And Ellery in the hole at 0-2. Outside. Good eye, Mahoney. And the pitch, Mahoney out in front, strike three on the swing, and that will end the inning. As Guthrie gets out of a jam once again. So after five, after a base hit, Rutgers leaves two aboard, and it stays 18-0. We'll be back with the top of the sixth. Oh, we're done? Okay, yeah, mercy rule after five. That will complete the game. So Guthrie goes the distance and will get the win for William Paterson. And we'll run through the numbers real quick for you. Yep, gotta tip your cap to William Paterson. So the mercy rule in effect, or I'm not sure what they call it these days, but it's 10 runs. And I thought it was after 6, but it's after 5. So the final score here, game 1, 16-0. William Paterson picks up their first conference win here in 2026. William Paterson now 1-2 in the New Jersey Athletic Conference, and they improved to 7-9 overall. Rutgers drops to 1-14 overall, 0-3 in the conference. But the good news is the Scarlet Raiders have an opportunity to rebound here in approximately 20-25 minutes from now, as game 2 will get underway. Let's see. Before we say goodbye, I'll run through Rutgers. Mahoney 1 for 2 today. So that's a bright spot there with a base hit. And Janiah Smith 1 for 1. But really a great job by William Paterson's Guthrie. Paterson pitched a complete game. And let's see if we can pick up Guthrie's numbers today. Okay, here we go. Guthrie gave up 1 walk, struck out 5, relinquishing a 4-hit gem, scattering those 4 hits. 5 innings pitched. So Guthrie now improves her record for William Paterson, picking up her second one of the season, now at 2-4. Okay, folks, that's going to do it from Frederick Douglass Field, but don't go anywhere. Game 2 set to begin in about 20 minutes from now. William Paterson, Rutgers, Newark. We'll have it all for you live on Raider Vision. We'll see you back here in about 20 minutes for our pregame. Until then, John Heffernan saying thanks for joining us. We'll see you back.